Okay, guys. Okay, everyone. So, I apologize. I didn't get back to do any videos over the weekend because my energy was fluctuating between tired, and just needed to get some rest, I guess, and that's what I did. So I feel a lot better though, I really do. And sometimes I push myself, I really do. I push myself a lot, and my guys sort of have to just make me, take a break. And obviously that's what happened. And I really wanted to do your videos, but I'm like, oh, I'm just so tired. And I really was. So I apologize for not getting the videos back for second video to do some more show and tell, right? Because this is a show and tell video. Let me turn the fan this way for me, okay, for a second. Yeah, I hope you can hear me because I got fans blowing all over the place, and I probably should have put the air on. I didn't. Maybe I'll think about it. Maybe I'll put the air on instead of the fan because that may work better before I start to warm up here, okay? So I hope everybody's been doing good. I hope you had a great holiday weekend. I don't usually celebrate holidays because I'm sort of beyond holiday that is planted inside of a world that is unmeaningful, okay? And not knowing why the holidays are there and for who. Because if you've been living under a dark energies who's been controlling your life and your planet, anything they've done for you doesn't mean it was good for you, okay? It may have had a good part in it. It's where that, say, TV has a good part to it, but it also have a evil part to it, okay? And so if the dark energies is running your planet, and they have been for 3,600 years, right? Their productions or anything that they would do to put into a law or put into something as something that they're actually making a new product or whatever it is to give to you, it is more likely for the evil than rather for the good, okay? So just keep that in mind. And evil is not as we see it to be, as you've been taught and as you've been shown or told. It's not so much as that, because evil can also be something good, okay? So just keep that in mind. It's not evil. It's not just as you see evil, because it's not that way, okay? And source is everything, right? And so source has the dark and source has the light, but and every energy is all light. It's really not dark. It's really light, okay? Yet that takes a lot of explaining, and I don't want to go through it right now, because as I said to you before, that information is light, okay? Lack of information is darkness. So if you're in darkness, it's only because you have lack of information. If you're in the light, that means you have gained information, or you have taken information, and you begin to be more aware, okay? And that's what it means, okay? So the more information you have, the more light you take in, and the more smarter you become, the more wiser you become, the more aware you become, okay? Because that's what it's all about, right? Okay, so, and knowing why you're here, why you're on this journey that you're on, and why do you even exist in this planet, and knowing that you are on a planet. Some people don't even know that. Some people go through life and just go through life and not even consider, and it's just, I guess it's just how you can become, what is it called, complacent, right? You become complacent, and that's how a lot of people have been. But yet also keep in mind that everyone that you see that looks like a person or people is not. that, okay? They may be in the body, but it's the energy that they hold is what you need to pay attention to, because the energy is what tells what type of energy you're working with and what and whatever it is portraying, okay? Okay, and so if there ever been something that you don't know what it is, just always ask it, because that's the law of the universe, to ask, who are you, what do you want, and where do you come from? But they have to give you those names, right? And they have to tell you, and if they don't, you send them away, and they must go, because universe law says they must leave. And that's how it works, okay? And that way you don't have to be taken by something of a dark way of life that you don't even know anything about. Because so many different things that happens outside of your planet that you're totally not aware of, and things happen on your planet that you're totally not aware of. What should be my topic tonight that I want to talk about is called, we fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers in high places, okay? So that is the topic, and that's what we'll be talking about tonight, because I just want to kind of bring that out a little bit for you so you can really know what that means and get a good receiving of it, what it really truly is saying, okay? Because it's saying more than what you just take it to be. You know, I remember being as my body itself. You know, the body holds the memory. Okay, remember that. And I am a walk-in. Okay, just to you know that. And so my body is what holds memories of my old past lives or any whatever. Okay, depends on what timeline line the body is on. You know, this right now is on this timeline, and it holds the memories of this timeline here. So, and then as I excel into a higher consciousness, the body loses that memory, and it molds with the higher conscious, okay? And that's where it begins to take on another memories or shapes, okay? Because the body has its own mind, okay? All right, so, but yeah, we'll talk about that, because when the body of my other conscious that was in the body was in the church for, I don't know, many years, many years, I don't know how many, but a long time. They used to speak about that particular scripture in the Bible. We fight not against flesh and blood, but principalities and powers in dark places. Well, when being in the church and all, you can hear that and you can receive it, but here, and you know, you're not really receiving it as what it really truly saying, because there's layers in knowledge, okay? There's the scripture, and there's inside of the scripture, and go deep and deep and deep and deep further. There's always a layer that's on top of a layer. It's like an onion, you know, like, okay, fight not against powers, flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, okay? That's just the words, but inside of the words is where the energy relies, and you got to find the meaning of it. So you got to break down that whole statement to know what is it really saying, okay? And what it's really saying is a lot, okay? Okay, so okay, let's do some warm up here and see how it works out. I love you guys, I really do. I love you so much, and I wanted you to know that. Okay? Yeah, I really love you so much. And if you don't know who I am, you have came to my channel. I'm Queen Isis. I'm the Cosmos bitch here. And yeah, I am. And I hold a placement here for the cosmos. I represent them here, okay? And I do. I also represent them there, and then they are my family, and I love them so much, and they are so great to be in the energy of. They are just very welcome, okay? And I love them a lot. I really do. They're my ancestors as well. You got ancestors, you know, out there somewhere hanging around. But I don't separate them. I call them all my angels. They are, even the angels that's residing out there. If you ever know anything about the cosmos or you believe in the cosmos, a lot of people don't, but that's your way of thinking, okay? But a wise man would know better. I put it like that, all right? So yeah, and they are just the best to be in the presence of, okay? So let's do some dance and warm up. I'm just trying to decide if I want to shut down one of these fans. I got two of them going here, and I kind of rather have fan than air conditioning. I don't like air conditioning because I just don't. It's just not me. Give me some fans, some cool air. All right, so let's do some warm-up music. I like to do that. And I have a lot of show and tell for you tonight. It's so hard to kind of sort through them to say, okay, which one should I give to them tonight, so they can, feed off of this one and kind of see what's, what he's saying in this here topic. So when I'm going through them, because I'm a nerd in one way, because I love knowledge. I really do. And you couldn't take it away from me, because I just love to eat it, So when I'm going through those videos, I'm just taking it in, and I'm going as whatever I can do to see inside of more of what the words may be that he's saying, or something, certain things that he speaks on. But there is so many different ones that I really want you to hear. That's why I want you to encourage you to go listen to them, okay? As many as you can. Okay, so let's do some music. Yeah, and I want to do a hashtag shout out to the master teacher, Rod Hayes. That's my guy. I love him so much. Yeah. Anyway, he's a man of wisdom. He has put in a lot of years into this research for him to do this. And mind you, no one else wouldn't have been capable of taking this particular task on. This was a task that it took a person of his knowledge and character of who he is in order to do this, because this was something that, as he explained it, it was like scrambled eggs, okay? And you gotta kind of put it back together, yeah, as a whole egg. So I was like, oh yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. So and then shout out to Larry Hoover. I recognize who he is. I don't know him, but he is a chief that was of the tribes on this land. And wrong things has been put up on his life, and so many others that was done wrong, only because they wanted to give their life out to the community and serve you and help you to find the way and the truth and the life of what you would go in and grow in. And so from what I understand, they all did a lot for the communities when they were in the presence, and then bad things happened and they sort of went away because of bad people. And when I say bad people, I'm talking about people with a necktie on and a white shirt and a suit, okay, or a dress, all right? Yeah, okay. Those are the bad people I'm talking about. But you got to know who is and who isn't. All right, big difference. I can be sitting beside you and another one be sitting beside me. You will not know which one of us is right, in the right energy, or in right for you, and want to look out for the well-being of the humanity versus the other one, unless you read the energy. The energy is important. So get to know how to feel energy and know the difference, okay? It makes a big difference in your life as you go forward. Totally. Yeah, I was totally surprised the night when my ancestors snuck up into my ear, you know, when I was kind of really high at night. I was like, whoa, feeling real good, you know. And then a little bit over because I was making some brownies, and I always overdo it. I don't know why I do. Because I'm real sensitive to it, you know. And I'm thinking, oh, I eat it, and I'm like, oh, it ain't nothing. There's nothing in these brownies, hardly anything. Now I didn't eat the whole one, and then I'm like, oh, what the hell? You know, what did I do that for? I'm like, oh no. So when I'm like this, they can come into me, you know. So they come and say, you know, everything is energy. I was like, what? I'm like, oh shit, that's heavy. And it blew me away. I was like, oh no. Everything is energy. And I was like, oh shit, that is heavy, guys, man. You put something on me like this when I'm this high. But when I come, you know, around and get a little more sober, I was like, oh shit. Then you start thinking about it, you gotta really know that it is extremely, and it moves and it breathes, even though you cannot see it, but it is, okay? Everything moves and everything breathes because it is all energy. All right? Okay, I love you guys so much. Hope you like that one. I love that one because it gives me that feminine energy of the, Kundalini rising and the mitochondria. Where you need that, that energy that brings you that power back into the feminine, where that feminine can feel herself and the energy of who she is. And then she turns the energy on the planet when she's this way, okay? When she's in that energy of feminine and she feels herself in that mitochondria energy, and that turns the planet energy as it moves it into a higher vibration, okay? But it happens when you have a group of us together, really. It was very high powerful when you are in groups. It does work individual, but groups even more, okay? So I may get something going like that one day here soon, all right? I like to do that and get the women into their full feminine power and let them know who they are and feel their power and their energy of being that feminine, that carries the creation energy, the energy of creating, okay, inside of the sacral and root chakra, okay? Okay, let's do some more here. I have something I didn't want to play.
He don't do what I do, he don't know how to vibe. I'm just so into you, we're stuck between the lines. You say I make you happy, y'all only fuss and fight. I'm just so into you, where we get drunk and high. He don't do what I do, he don't know how to vibe. I'm just so into you, we're stuck between the lines. You say I make you happy, y'all only fuss and fight. I'm just so into you, we're stuck between the lines. And I was trying to read between the lines, I know that it's weighing on my mind, I know. Gotta figure out my plans, you don't need to be with them, and you don't need to be like them, no. You double tap everything that I post, You fly like a girl, I should see you on a poster. Fat niggas looking at me like a vulture. He be around, you texting me no to, lying to me like he loved you alone. You turn this time to get messages off, they wait till your sellers, I'm hitting your phone. You play the love like some friend that you know. I'm breaking y'all up like the stress is a joke. I get you hot, cause he get you low. With no exit pro, you so eager to go. He makes you mad and you say vámonos. You show up at my door like dominoes. Delete them pictures so nobody knows. Let nobody know. You are too good for him, you gotta know. He don't do what I do, he don't know how to vibe. I'm just so into you, we're stuck between the lines. You say I make you happy, y'all only fuss and fight. I'm just so into you, where we get drunk and high. He don't do what I do, we don't know how to vibe. I'm just so into you, we're stuck between the lines. You say I make you happy, y'all only fuss and fight. I'm just so into you, we're stuck between the lines. Between the lines, I was trying to read between the lines, I know that it's weighing on my mind, I know. I gotta figure out my plans, you don't need to be with them, you don't need to be like them, no. Girl Scout cookie with Vino, you know my green every loud is Pacino. OZ looking like Oscar the Grouch, you get fucked up and you crash on the couch. But you never committed, you run it, cook up some food, put it right in the oven. Netflix and chill, we get high and we fucking. After that you leave the crib like it's nothing. Ain't no love letter, don't say me get soft. We've been going back and forth for too long. You coming over whenever I call. You ran through the door, left the keys in the car. You fucking around, he gon' go catch a charge. You playing with fire, get out of dodge. I know it's my fault for getting involved, but it's up to you if you string me along. I'm catching feelings. He don't do what I do.
I had to catch it that way. I'm sorry. I'm going to do this one here. So yeah, I'm going to do this one. Just keep the music up a little bit because it's important that you get your energy up first. Energy rising, and it makes you feel better. I feel definitely better, and you will know the difference too once you start moving it, because it is made to be moved. Okay, that's why money is not made to be saved, because it's energy and it's currency, so it should always be moving. Okay, and you have to know how to move it so they go out and come back. Okay, yeah. So I talked about something with money and a couple of videos back, and you got to know that when you treat money as you love it, or it's your friend, or that it's a part of you, it's your life, it's something to be respected, and that's the truth. And if we can give it some respect, it can respect you back, and it does. Okay, I always say to money is my lover, and it is, because abundance is my husband. I'm married to abundance, and abundance gave me money from my lover. So when I treat money, I say out of got to money when I send it out and when I bring it in. That's thank you. But it respects that. Yeah, I do. Because, excuse me one second. Okay, you put it in the garage? You put it in the garage for Zach? Pardon me? Oh, okay, I thought it was, yes, I thought it was the other one. Yes. So, okay. Let's play some music more, okay? Yes.
Hey, trips that you plan for the next whole week. Bands too long for the niggas so cheap. And your flex OD, your sex OD. You got it, girl, you got it. Hey, you got it, girl, you got it. Yeah, pretty little thing, you got a bag and now you wildin'. You just took it off the line, no mileage. Waiting, hitting you the DM looking violent. Talking while you come around and not inside. 17, no guidance. You be staying low, but you know what the price is. They ain't never got you know it being modest. Poppin' shit, but only cause you know you poppin', yeah. You got it, girl, you Sweet like pearland, sweet like peach tree. Like that. I could tell you crazy, but she kinda intrigue me. Yeah, like that. Seen it on the ground, tryna see that shit in 3D, mommy. I know I get around cause I like to move freely. But you can lock it down, I can tell by how you treat me. Seeing how you did, homeboy, so please take it easy. Good to have me on your side, I ain't saying that you need me. Yeah. See Sky talk, but I ain't tryna get preachy. No, no. Seeing how you did, homeboy, please take it easy on me. Cause I don't wanna play no games, play no games. I don't wanna play no games, play no games.
Got me that one. So, now let's do some hair.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh.
Bill. Soon as you see me, I'm up and I'm gone. I'm really living this shit in my songs. Glock in my back and it don't got a safety. I make the money, I don't let it make me. Shout out Diana, she raised me. I'm on my member, he rockin' the paisley. It's word of move, I can't face me. I'd rather cheat before he drive me crazy. I'm that bitch, I'm in the gun stick, come with a switch. I got a type if he making me rich. These bitches be watching my page like a twitch. Anyone in go shit out the mata. I like my niggas the color of mata. He smoking gas and he speaking of patois. I'm tryna put on my ops on the altar. And we smoking your high like a grubber. I'm a top bitch, I'm an alpha. I'm addicted to money and power. And we smoking your high like a grubber. I'm a top bitch, I'm an alpha. I'm addicted to money and power. She's a bitch. The way I lift that shit on right, he don't it. Sis, the way I killed them hoes, they dead ain't seen them. Sis, the way I put that shit on, I be throwing fists. I'm that bitch. The way I lift that shit on right, he don't it. Sis, the way I killed them hoes, they dead ain't seen them. The way I put that shit on, I be throwing fists. I'm that bitch. Change my number so you couldn't reach me. I'm the truth without getting too preachy. Fuck do I look like? Let him treat me. I'm the type to go get my respect. Probably gon' die with my foot on their neck. I ended up cause I know when they press. Sending him home cause he know he a guest. Like, I'm a real bitch so I do what I wanna. This nigga toxic ain't need a masana. I can tell you was a hoe from your aura. I limit my drama, I'm having good karma. Buy me a house boy if you wanna be with me. You used to women that's fucking too easily. I used to get to my money illegally. None of my haters is sleeping this peacefully. Huh? She's a bitch. The way I lift that shit on right, he don't it. Sis, the way I killed them hoes, they dead ain't seen them. Sis, the way I put that shit on, I be throwing fists. I'm that bitch. The way I lift that shit on right, he don't it. Sis, the way I killed them hoes, they dead ain't seen them. The way I put that shit on, I be throwing fists. I'm that bitch.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
no. Let me, wipe my face here, get a drink of water, and then I'm gonna read you this information that breaks down some of that principality and powers, okay, and high places, dark places too, but high places, meaning it's higher than where you at, than where you are able to see beyond or reach, okay, because of where you at in your vibrations, where you at in your knowledge, in your understanding, and how much information that you have that will help you to see beyond the veil or the cloaks that that different entities or principalities cloak themselves in order to fit beyond in the midst of you and around you, but not meaning you any human good, I'll put it that way, okay, at all, but only to take away from what you already have, and that you will not be able to have that or any other to add with it, okay? So they are into stealing your energy rather than giving you the energy, okay? And that's what they do when they operate under dark energies, okay? Or everything is behind the door. You gotta, secrets and the secrets on a planet where we all live. Who having a secret? And aren't we supposed to live in harmony and peace among one another? Love and happiness and truth, okay? Not hiding of your face and of who you are, but showing your open book of who you, being an open book. Be examined. Allow your life to be examined, to show that you are who you are, not to be hiding behind the door of the curtain, the Wizard of Oz. The curtain hides behind the curtain and then force out as though we are the mighty ones, the governors, okay? The huncho policemen, police enforcers, and the masonaries of the dark ones of the eastern stars, those who has been ran and yet a part of the dirty Moors. Yeah, the dirty ones, the dirty Moors who have infiltrated your planet and brought in lies on top of lies. The Bible also says that as a woman was in her, I have to find that, where she was in her time to give birth, and that the dragon came through and spewed out floods of I had to read it, of energy, where the dragon flooded out its energy. But let me read that, because I want you to know what it's saying when the Bible was speaking about the woman giving her birth, and the dragon came in to stop her from giving the birth, okay, coming forth. But so let me go here for a second. Okay. So what you need to know and realize that the laws that you were under for all these years and times was a law that was had overthrown your laws that you was regulated by through the universe, that was put into the planet, that's brought in stability and a certain way of life that you live by, okay, which was by the feminine energy, when she was in rulership of the of the planet, but she is more in, she was the rulership and the creator at one time, both. But then there was all females only, and then they went to the heavens and required that they could birth forth males, and males would come in and rule as protection over the planet for the feminine. But then we, sometimes masculines and feminists too, we can get beside ourselves, right? You know how some of us can be. We can get jealous. That's a word that just destroys you, and it really can. There's an energy, and it is. And if you live in it, you can be destroyed by it, and you can destroy other things in life, all because of that energy that you have decided to put in, carry yourself, to walk in. Let's put it like that. To live in, to become that jealousy. And jealousy is a bad way to be unless you are in the love of unconditional love, and that jealousy is different, totally different, okay? And you can have that jealousy, but it's unconditional, okay? And it's love that you love of something or someone that is like a protected love, okay? And when you protect, that's what is yours, right? And that's a good love. That's a good jealousy. But not the one that that destroys is not a good jealousy. And so that can come through, right? It can sneak in, or because everything hangs in the balance. It is entirely up to you whether you want to work with it or not, okay? If you're not the energy of jealousy, which there is one energy of jealousy that puts it out, and anyone who wants to entertain themselves can welcome themselves right on in it, okay? Just like anything else, strength, we have strength, faith, love, happiness, joy, peace. What else we got? We got hate, worry. All those are energies, and those are energies that you can decide that you want to operate in, and your choice, or not. Okay, and if you decide to operate in them, you can operate them in the low or in the high. Okay, is a high is a light energy that's more in the unconditional love, that works in the energy of love, and not in the energy of fear or hate. Because fear is another destroyer that can take you out of your life, and to take you away from who you are, to take you away from the world. It can kill you. It really can. So don't be in the energy of fear. Don't operate with it, because it's not a good energy unless you want to operate it in a higher conscious. And only in the higher conscious is it possible to work with anything with the energy of fear. But mind you, I don't know that it can go to the higher conscious at this point, which I really don't think it can. All right? Because there's another exchange, it's a mirror flip. So something else on the other side is what operates in more of a higher conscious. And that would probably be faith or love. Okay? I would say love. Right? Okay? So, and then this says principalities or something Princeton, okay, can either be a martural, which is martural is okay. We're talking about the martural laws, the laws that's under the martural laws, okay, martural. Okay, you have patriot, and you have marturat, and then you have the other law is what is it? Matriot, patriot, and it's another one that I'm trying to think of it, that works with the feminine energy. It's not patriot, it's not matriot, because matriot is the law you've been under, which is a water law, I think. Yeah, water is under the water laws, and it's military like laws, okay, and it operates in the military energy per se, okay. It's like it's the sea, the law of the seas, okay, and you have those maritime. Is maritime, is matriarch, and it's patriarch, okay. Matriarchal, okay. So and matriarchal is the feminine energy, matriarchal, okay. And so the monarch is more in the military, okay, and the matriarch is in the feminine energy. That's how it works. And so matriarch is feminine, monarch is more in the masculine energy, in the military energy, and the maritime works on the sea. So those two work together. And then you have the patriarch one, okay? But these laws were not the laws that this planet normally run off of. It was always ran off of the matriarch energy, which is feminine. And then when it was overturned with the masculine energy, those laws were the laws that they overthrow the feminine energy by putting those laws in, and the way of what was they usurped her seat, you know, her throne and who she was, okay, by overthrowing her. And I'm trying to think of the name here, you know, because I have to channel all the way down to give it to you in a certain way. She was usurped. They usurped her. Okay, it's undermined her. Yeah, undermined. Just like when you see the seat of the Pope that sits in the Vatican, which is no more anymore because that's been taken down, though you may not be aware of it, but it is. It has been done away with, as far as everything else, the Queen and Buckingham and all of that has been gone. It's been taken down because those have undermined you as people on this planet for long enough, okay? Years on top of years and times on top of times, and where you was always undermined and set in a place in life where you were like the slaves unto the other ones, the higher ones who, you know, hold high seats, as they would say they did, okay? But mind you, there was never a high seat on this planet that wasn't operated by something outside of the planet, okay? Remember, as above, so below. So there was something that was above that got out of shape, out of way, and began to undermine the heavens in a way, to usurp the heavens and exercise their power over others, okay? And then a war came down into the heavens, and then it spilled over into the earth, and this is what's been going on for many years and years and years and years, and long time on time, until when it spilled over into the planet here, everything began to come into here, and then usurp this planet, okay, and overthrew the feminine energy that was ruling and creating of this the energy of this planet, okay, being the creator. And so things really got out of hand. So when we talk about principalities and power and high places, we're not talking about just a regular person. We're talking about something that is in higher energy than where you're at and where you stand, where you can see, okay? These are powers that is beyond what you are as normal humans, okay? As you would call yourself that, but you know, you're really not. It's just how you have lived for many years with your DNA being shut down and not knowing any more than what you did know, and not being able to do no more than what you did, and you lived in a low-minded state of mind, okay, and always following along with the rest of the sheeples, okay, and just being good old sheeples and doing what the bad wolf governor would say to do, which was nothing but lies on top of lies, okay, and living a lie and feeding it to you to cause you to live in a lie. So, okay, every time you got FBI and CIA and all them doing all the drug trafficking and child trafficking and all the things that you would see that is surely against humanity, and they're the one doing it, and yet feeding it to you that it is not good, it's bad. But they're doing it, they're bringing it to you, and then they lock you up for using it. Huh? What is that? What do you call that? Huh? Yeah. Okay? These are principalities and powers in high places. Okay? That's what you would call them. Okay? But know that just because you see the body does not mean they are human. Just keep that in mind. The energy what's in the body is what makes the difference. And if you don't know how to read energy, you probably could be dealing with some of them and not knowing it. Right? Okay. Just know that, because that is true. And that's happening all over the planet. Okay? However, as of today, it has been cleaned out and cleared up. So a lot of it has gotten off of the planet. It's gone, but we still got some more cleanup to do. Okay? That some thinks that they can just keep doing what they're doing and get away with it. But it's not possible. Impossible. Okay? Because it is over. It is done. And now the time that we are calling in is peace, love, happiness, and harmony, and where we are togetherness. Okay? No more putting a foot on top of the people on the planet, that they are under your feet. Who are you? Okay? You say you are God's, well then who are they? Okay? So are they. Okay? Because everything is of source, and everything is source, and everything is in the conscious of source. So one would overstep another in the image of source. It's laws for that, and it is. Okay? You may not receive your repercussion immediately, but you will receive your repercussion, okay, for anything you do in the universal law that hangs in the balance, and you work against it, because they are hanging, whether you know that or not. They hang in the balance, and they operate in the balance of moving and operating all the time on this planet. Right, okay? So just know that. And so principalities and powers and high places is people with a certain energy in the body that is usurping their energy over another, and living in higher minds as though they are above you as a normal human, and so are they. Okay? There's no difference between you and me over here in this seat. But because of the overthrowing of the people on this planet, and mostly when it all started in this country, and this is where we at here, is to recognize what has happened to you and your country, where we are in the process of taking back our country, our life, and our land that is ours, and was overthrown and usurped by dark energies that looked like us, but they was not us, but they looked like they were us. And so they could come into your community and fit right in, because you thought they were one of you, when they really wasn't. They were from out there somewhere, okay, to come in to take your land away from you, that you did not deserve any home here, when you came from where you come in to do your experiences and experience the life that you come to experience on the planet. being from higher places, other planets. So we always did that, and we always were able to do that, and we always still will do that. But until now, the planet had been overthrown and taken over by some darkies that didn't mean you any earthly good, none at all. To them, you were just a pet. And that was all they could see you as, and your babies was food. And they have been eating you for many, many years and long. But when you look back and you go back into the mythology of Greek, and you know that Cronus ate the babies, right? Well, it don't just stop there, right? Okay. So what are we doing? Okay, we're going to continue to do these ways of what? Of dark living and being low-minded, low energy, low, animalistic minds, and eating the babies. Yeah. Okay. To them, it is food, and they are, and they taste like chicken. They say, I don't know. However, it is not what we will continue to allow to happen on our planet. There will be no more of that. And that is going to come to a complete standstill and no more. It is over and it is done. Because I said it. Okay? And that's what I mean. It is done. So we will stop the baby eating and the baby trafficking and all the things that has been done under the table and behind the curtain, where you think that you're not known of and found out about. Well, we know, and now they're coming at you. Yeah, we are, and it's over. Whoever that you are that had any part in it, your life is finished on this planet. So we must take your shit and get the hell off, or we will make sure you do. Okay? Thank you. All right. So these are principalities and powers in high places. And you're thinking that they're just normal humans. No. So keep in mind, energy is what you need to recognize and know who is who and who is not who. Okay? They can sit behind desks and in a big chair, high place of president office. They can do all that, all of it. And yet, they're not with you or for you. They are against you. Okay? So, just know that principalities and powers in high places is something that is in a higher way of being or existing, even out of the planet. Okay? But they come in, they look like you, but they're not you. Alright, so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. And then I'm going to do some more music, and then I'm going to do some show and tell after this. Yeah. So, I hope you're enjoying the video so far.
We still pity the men I know. So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Once it gets down to there, it just drops, okay?
I like when you get mad. I've been looking for somebody, trying to kick it with somebody. I need a rude boy to tell me something sweet. Same time, got his hands up on my body. I wanna get hot when he taking low low. Make me feel strong when I'm taking control. I've been looking for my shorty, so come and get it if you got it. All the girls round the world, I know you know what I mean. I get a little sexy when I'm lonely. Nothing on my mind, I know what I need. All the girls round the world, hands up and sing you with me. 'Cause every time I got you know it's on me. Even though a man ain't something I need. I want a boyfriend, so put it on me. I'm looking for a man who can take that heat. Want a boyfriend, but not too sweet. My baby got a beat up while he running that street. If you ride or die, I've been looking so long for a guy. But tell me, oh, I want a boyfriend, yeah, yeah. I want a boyfriend, yeah. I've been looking like that. I need you and me together. I ain't looking for forever. I had so much stress from my ex to the next one. You better love me better. I need a bad boy that don't bring me drama. He ain't tryna run when they get the nana. Boy, you ready for the pleasure? And don't you know it's now or never? All the girls round the world, I know you know what I mean. I get a little sexy when I'm lonely. Nothing on my mind, I know what I need. All the girls round the world, hands up and sing you with me. 'Cause every time I got you know it's on me. Even though a man ain't something I need. I want a boyfriend, so put it on me. I'm looking for a man who can take that heat. Want a boyfriend, but not too sweet. My baby got a beat up while he running that street. If you ride or die, I've been looking so long for a guy. But tell me, oh, I want a boyfriend, yeah, yeah. I want a boyfriend, yeah. I've been looking like that. I want a boyfriend, so put it on me. I'm looking for a man who can take that heat. Want a boyfriend, but not too sweet. My baby got a beat up while he running that street. If you ride or die, I've been looking so long for a guy. But tell me, oh, I want a boyfriend, yeah, yeah. I want a boyfriend, yeah. I've been looking like that.
Okay, so that was one for the road. Okay, so let's do some show and tell here. And release, okay? Because I think this video's been on. Not sure. I had to get a text here real fast. Okay, here I'm gonna put this one on. This one is called Receipts, I think. Actually, I think I'm gonna play the shorter version here tonight because we've been on the video for a while. So I'm gonna play this short version. I think this one he's doing some questions and answers on it, okay? And that may help you too.
Thank you.
And the ship got looted. So when they claim, that's how they was able to come with the second constitution.
Yeah.
Right? Because the second constitution comes in as a unified company of the Virginia Company and the Northwest Trading Company.
Mm-hmm.
They merged to become the interim government of the United States. Right? Remember, Muhammad Karzai became the president of the interim government. I think he was in Iraq or Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
There's
So
no
America
picture,
put him in
just-
power to run the government until the people elect a democratically elected government.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me one problem with that. In the interim government doesn't have what you call open elections. This is why we have an electoral college.
Mm-hmm.
The open elections is just to give the people the illusion that they participate in the system.
Mm-hmm.
All the time, they already know before any votes is cast who the electorate's gonna vote for because they have to tell them, right? So that means they already know who's gonna be the president before one ballot is cast.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know who all of the electors are voting for. But they're giving us the illusion that the popular vote secures the electoral vote.
Mm-hmm.
But the electoral vote has to be in all over a month before the popular election.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fraud.
It's a fraud. Yeah, fake. A circus.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm happy you brought that up. This is a question. You the right person. I know to answer this. All right. So you got Trump, right? Trump comes in office, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he starts dismantling all this stuff. We're getting out of the WHO. You know, we're you know what I'm saying, you know, we're doing we're getting all these different things. European Union. He's just coming in like, yo, we ain't doing none of this. Why did that go down?
It goes back to Ronald Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
He was a campaign manager on Ronald Reagan's campaign.
Mm-hmm.
He knew Reagan personally and he loved the shit out of him.
Mm.
Right? George Bush tried to have his son, John Hinckley, murder Reagan.
Mm.
Right? So, when Trump discovered what was taking place, because in the political circles they know that John Hinckley is George Bush's illegitimate child.
Mm.
But the regular people don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
And Donald Trump knew all of the people that knew Bush. So he was able to figure out on his own that Bush was behind the assassination of Ronald Reagan, or the assassination attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So at that point, he decided that whatever he needed to do to stop the Illuminati, because George Herbert Walker Bush was the leader on this side of the ocean. of the Illuminati in the Americas. This is why they was trying to come up with the NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement,
Mm-hmm.
and they was going to come up with the Amero currency,
Yeah.
right, and bring us under one government. That was their goal under the Illuminati,
Yeah.
right? So when Trump, and he growing up in New York,
Yeah.
mind you, in the early 90s, he was buying what you call properties called slum properties.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he had to have a meeting with the locals,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And he was like, look, I'm just trying to make my money. I ain't trying to be no slumlord.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is when we recruit Trump to do the work for us.
Mm.
It's only one fucking problem.
Mm.
He's too goddamn nice.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to play the bad guy.
Mm.
How we gonna teach this motherfucker how to play the bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
Enter Vincent Kennedy McMahon in the WWF.
Woo! Go ahead, bro.
So he learned to be a wrestling heel.
I remember
The
that.
wrestling heel is the one who plays the bad guy. Right? Once he completed his training with Vincent Kennedy McMahon,
Mm-hmm.
then he becomes an apprentice. Oh, you thought the people on the show was the apprentice? You thought the people he was fighting was the apprentice? He was the apprentice the whole time, learning and honing his asshole skills.
Mm. Rumble.
Yeah.
In front of all of us. Rumble.
In front of your face, behind your back.
Rumble.
But all of the chiefs on the land know what's going on by watching the moves.
Mm.
Right? Now, he's a good friend with JFK Jr.
Mm-hmm.
JFK Jr. was also a good friend with a rapper by the name of Tupac Amaru Shakur.
Mm-hmm.
And Quincy Jones is cute, but John Jr. is cute.
Mm-hmm.
Q is a Masonic letter flip,
Mm-hmm.
right? Q is Q's juke joint.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Lodge knock.
Mm-hmm.
The juke joint is where you sing the blues,
Mm-hmm. Blue House.
right? And this the Blue House in the Bayou.
Mm-hmm.
So this is telling me that it's coming directly from Big Mama.
Mm.
Because only Big Mama had a house in the swamp in the bayou.
Mm-hmm.
Now when you go into, you watch the old movies like Skeleton Key, you
Mhm.
see exactly what I'm talking about,
Yeah, I remember that.
right?
I love that movie.
So this is all how we can read him by knowing the language of the land. We know that somebody from the land got him making these moves.
Mm. And that's why he's not there right now, right?
Right, because actually he's going back and forth to Colorado as part of the continuity of government.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Seminole Wars, the capital was a place we know today as Mar-a-Lago,
Yeah.
right? So this is why he went back to Mar-a-Lago,
Mm-hmm.
because in the Seminoles is the Seminole tribe, right? And the word Seminole in this context means prime, right? It's the prime tribe. So it's the tribe that's leading the resolution to the conflict of the invaders on the land versus the people from the land,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we talking about Gullah Wars,
Yeah.
right? And the Gullah Wars is called the Seminole Wars, but they call it the Seminole Wars because the Gullah gave the call out. The tribes came from every part of the land
Mm-hmm.
to Florida to fight the Spanish Armada in Florida. And that's why we was continuously kicking their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they reported to us, they call it Seminole Wars. When our elders talk about it, we call it the Gullah Wars,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And you got Gitche tribes on the land from different parts of the land.
Yeah.
You got Gullah Gitche, you got Getty Gitche, right? You got Gitche Gullah,
Mm-hmm.
all these different tribes, but they all became one tribe to fight the Seminole War.
Mm.
In order to join the military of a tribe at war to give aid and assistance, you have to become an honorary member until the war is over.
Mm.
So this is why the Seminoles are the biggest tribe to date.
Mm.
Spin-off tribes being the Crow, the Blackfoot, the Cherokee, the Choctaw. All those are spin-offs from the Gullah tribes from the Seminole Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And those were names that was given to us to unravel mysteries.
Mm.
It wasn't the original names of the tribes.
Okay, so he's talking about the tribes. That means we are tribal people. We're not black. We're not Negroes. We're not niggers. We're not Africans. We're not African Americans. We are tribal. And we always were. But when they came in and undermined the people at that time, our ancestors, and overthrew our land here by the sliding of the hand in the paper, as I was saying, which was totally fraud, okay, and stole this land from us as a tribal people. And this is where we at now, coming back to take back that which was stolen. Even the Bible tells you that. It says, let he who stole steal no more. And and you take back that was stolen from you. And so this is what happened, and this is where we at today, at the end of this wars that we've been fighting forever, not even knowing we were in it. But we were. So it's a long history of much things happening and did happen and would still be happening had not this master teacher, Rod Hayes, had broke the code to find out what happened on the land that caused all this life of the humans being undermined and downtrodden and put under the hands of others to keep you in a slave mind mentality and not knowing who you are, just being here as a human, which they call monsters. Yeah. So that goes a lot more, and he does a lot more into this, but I was thinking of just stopping this one because he's talking more about other things. Let me play a little bit more, and then I'm going to stop and play another one so I can get at least two in, okay?
Well,
Oh, my. Pardon me for a second. I'm on the video. What do you want? Okay, I will. Just remember that. Put it in the box. Okay.
the question dealing with, we're talking about the fourth and third dimension, this planet itself, from what I've researched, it's moving to a higher dimension, vibrating a different dimension.
Mhm.
And you have beings, not to go too deep into extraterrestrial things, but you have beings that can't go along with this ascension, But do we still have humans here because of maybe lack of melanin mindset that won't come along with the ascension as well, that will be left behind? Is that a possibility that we might see as well?
A lot of the ones that took that thing,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of them gonna be all right, but a lot of them not.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know what they gave these people,
Yeah.
right? Because all that shit was experimental.
Mm-hmm.
They did a whole experiment on the public, to the public, then they faced behind their back,
Mm-hmm.
and they fell for it. But this a wrap. We at the end game now.
Yeah, I completely see that. And the illusion is, that the almighty powerful people that, do all this, that they can snap their fingers and all this can happen. But once nature comes in, then, actually it's not even remotely close to even playing field. We had to go to sleep, we got cycle.
That's what he was saying about what he did to the people. He's talking about those virus shots or whatever that they made. They didn't make it, but you guys just went along with it, okay? And people took them, okay? They wasn't meant for them.
Moon cycle, you got a sun cycle, you know what I'm saying? But Big Mama, you know what I'm saying? Big Mama and Big Papa. Big Mama, once she says it's time to go, I mean, what can you do?
Just do what Big Mama say. Because when you don't listen, seriously, when you don't listen to Big Mama, the path that you end up walking be so difficult, you wish you'd had this in the first place.
Exactly.
See, I'm hard-headed.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
But being who I am from it, I had to be the strongest to take the hardest route.
That's it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So then that's gonna make me strong enough to take the next difficult path of trying to bring the tribes together.
Yeah.
Trying to tell y'all, wake up, man, this shit is going down in real time, man.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers gave us everything back. Fuck reparations.
Yeah.
I'm big.
Yeah.
We getting the planet back.
Exactly.
We can give ourselves reparations. Shit, we don't need them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Out of here.
Unlimitless resources on all levels. That's the birthright. You know what I'm saying? This is everything. Because we created all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Elijah Muhammad said it best. We the cream of the planet of God's of the universe. Now the only thing we got to do is figure out what do guys do that people don't do.
Exactly.
And then we start doing guy shit and stop doing people shit.
That's it.
Yeah. So let me stop this one here. Okay, just a little bit of one other one here.
I did a whole know who we are. And so I had to expose a lot of stuff. The Tupac video originally I had to take it down because I almost got somebody killed. I had put it up a couple days prematurely, and the elders told me I had to take it down until the person that was in danger was secured. So I took it down and went on by my business. And next thing I know, they say, okay, put the Tupac video back up. So I put it back up. And they got a lengthy explanation about it. So it's called Tupac Decoded. And it's there, full thing. It ain't just Tupac, see. Easy. I can't wait for y'all to see Easy. Little squeaky ass voice. And it's B.I.G. Oh, you thought he was dead for real? I ain't gonna get all off into the living dead celebrities, because then I have to tell y'all Michael Jackson ain't David. And they be hiding out from the Jewish Defense League just trying to kill his ass. And they took all his money to keep his daughter Paris from having it. But as soon as I get done kicking these motherfuckers in the ass, I'm giving her all his shit. I'm giving her all his shit. See, he surrendered it. So he can't get it back, but she can take care of him. When he faked his death, he surrendered it because he didn't do the paperwork. Same with Prince. Prince did the paperwork, but they stole it again and said he didn't do a will. He didn't need a will. Because the way that he did his paperwork, he didn't do it according to the modern judicial standard. He did it according to a higher order. So whoever he designated that his stuff gonna go to, once I get done moving this shit around on Earth, they gonna all end up with what he had earned. You're not gonna be able in the future, if a man earns something, you're not gonna be allowed to take it from him. You won't be allowed to deny somebody what they rightfully earned. Yep, Chanel, you've been with me a long time too. You one of my OG sisters.
Let's see.
No, that video. Look, I know where the money at. I know where Tupac put the money at. I know where Biggie got his money at. I know where Easy got his money at. I know where Nipsey money at. If I know where they money at, you think I can know where the fuck the niggas at? Cause their money is easier to hide than the nigga. Tupac is in California. He left California and went on trips around the world, but he ain't never stopped living in California. He told you right in the song. I heard a rumor I died, murdered in cold blood, dramatized. Pictures of me in my final stages, you know, mama cried. That shit was fiction. Some coward got the story twisted, like I no longer existed, mysteriously missing. And he turn around and tell you, while you on your grind, motherfucker, I'm on my California grind, nigga. We ain't hard to find. I'm right here. Hard to find. He told you right there in the sun, right before your very eyes, you won't even realize you can't see me. You've been there all the time.
Now, I'm going to stop it because I don't want the video to get too long, but that video right here it's got a lot of good things in it, okay? So, do go and pick them both up and listen to them all the way to the end. They're not very long, they're short. He got some that's much longer, okay? But he shortened a lot of them too, okay? And they'll, you get some information, and then from there you go and get some from the other ones, okay? Because he took the long ones and broke them in pieces, okay? And so all he's saying, Tupac's not dead, which is not. A lot of the ones that you think is gone, they're not gone, okay? So hope you enjoy this video, and I will talk to you guys on another time, another day, another night. Do share and like and subscribe if you would. I appreciate it, and I love you guys so much.